Hey guys, welcome to this reading. So it has been a long time since I have done a career reading, and I have put some feelers out there and asked, and that's what came back about your career. So this can apply, it doesn't have to be a specific industry. Please remember this is a general reading, so take it as it resonates and let the rest fly, okay? So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna have 4 piles. I'm going to put up an image for you guys to pick from, but this reading is gonna be all about career. Like, what should you be focusing on in your career? What kind of themes are coming up with your career? And I'm not just talking about a 9 to 5. So if you're like in that space where you're just thinking about like your 9 to 5, this is going to resonate more for your purpose. And let me clarify, like, our purpose is not always ending up being our career and how we make money. However, our career is something that sometimes will incorporate our purpose. So keep that in mind. So this is more like, what path should you be in when it comes to your career, when it comes to building, and all of those things. So take a deep breath, woosah woosah, and let's hop in. All right, guys, so if you chose this is pile 1. I haven't seen the cards. Now let's hop into it for career. So right away, group 1, the universe wants you to know that you're protected. Now, some of you guys could have gone through some situations where you've had to let go of certain jobs, or maybe you've lost, and there's something around money and taking risks. You guys could be a Cancer. You could have sensitive emotions. I'm definitely picking up on Aquarius energy and heavy. It's funny I said heavy on the Cancer because I saw Larimar and it says sensitive emotions, but you guys got the Chariot. So this is a major arcana. So for those of you who don't know, when you have a major arcana, this is like a major theme that's coming up in your overall spiritual development more than the surface. And the thing is that this rules the sign of Cancer. So career-wise, what I'm seeing group 1 is that maybe you guys have a lot of emotions because you're not where you want to be. Now, this could be like, you know where you want to be, but you know that in order to get where you want to be, there's a lot of risk. Or maybe you interpret it that way. Like, there's so much risk involved. There's so much that it really has you holding on to those things that you're used to, that you're comfortable with. Because you have the 9 of Cups, y'all. This is going for gold. Like, and they're underwater. So this is like, if you chose group 1, you don't have to be a water sign and you don't have to be an Aquarius. But this is kind of like, maybe when it comes to taking a risk, it puts you into your practical mind, but then you like daydream, like, this is what I really want. This is how I want to live. It could be your lifestyle. It could be how much money you want to make. And I feel like, give yourself permission to want something because you want to be abundant. Group 1, I just feel the need to say that it's okay to want money. It's okay to want abundance and riches, but you have to define that for yourself. See how it's just you? There's a treasure chest here. I really feel like where you guys are headed, it could be something where you have to take a risk, but you can, because we have Aquarius with the Fool, and she's also got this amethyst in her hand. The Fool's taking a risk. See how she's leaning back? But if you look very closely, they're both wearing yellow. And when we're tapping into yellow energy, that's the solar plexus, baby. The solar plexus chakra is all about tapping into your personal power. I'm really picking up on this. Like, there could have been themes from your childhood or themes from the past, when you let go of something or when you took a risk and it didn't work out. And so I just heard the word calculated risk. Like, how can you add calculated risk? You're going to be protected on your path. There's always going to be certain types of risks that you have to make in your career. Even me speaking personally, like, I don't know if I've ever really shared with you guys, but I've been working with children, for like 11, 12 years. And that actually has been the gateway to a lot of my clientele, a gateway to a lot of connections. And it's just something that I did. But I decided to take a big leap and move from California, from Los Angeles to Arizona. And looking at it, I was like, okay, I have to have this much money. I have to have this kind of plan. It's okay to kind of have a balance of both. So what I'm seeing here is, you guys, your advice is let go. It says walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. And she's holding a puppy. Some of you guys could have animals. Some of you guys could want a support animal. Like, so if you are going to move for work, or if you are going to take a leap of faith or something like this, it's kind of like anything like having pets around you or having things in your environment that help support you emotionally are really going to be the key to sustain you through the changes that you are gonna, those deep waters. Because it's almost like unless you dive deep, you're not going to get this gold that you want unless you leap. There's a lot of leaping and diving, and the Chariot talks about getting your shadow side and your light side together. So what I mean by that is that literally it's almost as if, and it's funny because you have it, if I could not throw stuff everywhere, you have the angel of protection. But when I'm going back to, you see how there's an angel of protection with the dark wings? You could be a Libra too. And you have the white wings here with let it go. And then here you have the white horse and the black horse. This is talking about balance. So a lot of people in the spiritual community are like, you know, love and light. And there's a lot of people who are like, no, it's all about the shadow work. And the truth is, it's not a debate. It's not a competition between the light workers and the shadow workers. It's about a balance between the two. So it's kind of like, what are your fears about this? Okay, make a calculated risk from that assessment, balancing that out, because I'm feeling like you guys have big freaking dreams, man. Like this group one, you have big dreams. I'm definitely picking up on entrepreneurship. I'm definitely seeing whatever this is, it's something that you have to go for. And I'm not talking about jumping in the pool and just swimming. This is definitely lots of planning. And with the Cancer Chariot energy, it's about tapping into your courage. Some of you guys could have Leo in your chart, but like group one, how can you sustainably encourage yourself? This could be getting mentors. This could be connecting to your guides. This is just getting your horses together. So if you feel like you're very sensitive, it's about doing some grounding work. It's about, so for example, it's not about willpower. And a lot of people don't understand that with entrepreneurship. Yes, willpower will get you started. It's like that Aries energy, that inner spark, getting started, but willpower will not sustain a business. Willpower is not enough. Your emotions about how much money you want is not enough. You have to know your reasons. And then it's like setting up the structure. So having mentors, having calculated risks, having budgets, having maybe something on the side. It's like you can do it. Like group one, you just need to know you can do it. And once you get yourself, the practical side of your brain with like Aquarius is very logical and practical. And then Cancer energy, and you don't have to be these signs, is very emotional in how they feel. Getting both of them in balance, you're going to take off just like this. And with the Nine of Cups, I'm really seeing the Nine of Cups talks about wish fulfillment. So group one, if I was you, I would write down 9 ways you want to feel because you have a lot of money, or 9 ways you want to feel about what you're doing. Tap into your feelings. Since you're already like in tune with them, and since a lot of emotions are popping up, write those things down. Add a little bit of practicality to your plan. Maybe talk to someone, get into that zone. And I'm seeing that you're going to hit your career goals. And not only are you going to hit them, it's going to be the type of feeling that you're going to be glad that you did. It's almost like, oh my gosh, if I wouldn't have done that, my life would be completely different. Like, and it may not feel like that because you might have to let go of some things. This could be possessions. This could be friendships. Because when you make those big leaps, it's actually going to change your personality is what I'm hearing. So, and some people, you might be like, what? I don't want to change my personality. I love myself. But it's not about changing it as replacing your personality. You're going to enhance your personality, because the courage aspect that's coming up in this reading is so strong. And some of you guys have been used to certain environments, certain things. For some of you guys, it could be moving closer to water, being in a place where you can access the water much more easily. And it's like, this isn't about jumping off a cliff. This is about adding that. So how can you add a little bit more practicality to your plan? And I'm seeing a lot of just self-focus. All these cards are just you. So what I'm seeing is that releasing the fear of who won't come with you, because I feel like some of you guys could have some relationships. It could be friendships or even jobs itself that when you go for gold, literally this is the card of gold. Like y'all got gold in your money reading. Once y'all go for gold, there might be some people who fall off like a rocket. But those were people who were helping you to launch to get there. So your path of your money is connected to your courage, your independence, and adding that practicality, maybe getting a mentor to help you, but doing it self-focused. So even if you were planning on doing a business with someone else, I'm primarily seeing energy with just you, group one. And you have to take it how it resonates. So if you would like to know more about your personal situation and to really dive in, with your career, with your love life, or whatever themes came up for you in this reading, you can hit me up on I can't even talk. You can book a reading. You can buy me a coffee if you'd like to support me. And also, you can join my moon group, because my moon group, it helps you stay in alignment with the astrological calendar. So it will keep you in alignment with whatever themes are coming up. And it's completely free, so you can sign up. And each month you'll get, each zodiac season, you'll get 2 emails, and it'll be private pick a card reading. So it'll resonate. I found from the people that I work with that those resonate really well, because it's less people, and they're people who are really intentional about their life's change. So group 1, this was your reading. Group 2, here we are. Okay, so this is a career reading. Please take it how it resonates. Only what applies to you. So sometimes you might hear things that you're like, that's not me. It's okay. Just keep an open mind. For some reason, I feel like I need to say that. Before I got to group 2, I felt like there was a lot of distractions, things going on. So it might be like a situation where you're looking for clarity. The word clarity just came up, and I'm just envisioning like a figure 8. So some of you guys, before I even look at the cards, it could be a situation where you're going in circles, or you feel like you're going in circles. Doesn't even have to directly apply to your career, because sometimes our love life decisions and our karmic decisions affect our love life, as well as our career life. So I just wanted to say that, because I personally have resonated with that. This is not the pile that I chose, but I just wanted to say, if you feel like you're going in circles, you're dealing with some karmic things on a deeper level. So the card that you guys have for your career is animals, and it says you understand animals, and and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance, as working with animals is a part of your life's work. But I don't necessarily pick that up as like, some of you guys could have wanted to work with animals. Some of you guys could have just, to me, this is kind of like a caretaker. It's kind of like the energy of being very empathic. And it could be a situation where your empathy for others has affected your career life in different ways. You have aquamarine as your crystal. You have the 3 of Wands, which can indicate waiting. And it's like, I had some stuff go on before this reading, so I had to take a break. And so maybe some of you guys feel like, oh my gosh, when is it going to happen for me? Yeah, because you have the 3 of Wands twice. You guys have it, and these are 2 different decks. I have the Light Seers Tarot and the Modern Witch Tarot, just in case you're wondering. But like in this one, she's already done her work. She's got her tribal paint on. She's waiting for the waves to catch up. She's got her surfboard. She's just waiting for the wave. So some of you guys, it could be like, man, like maybe some of you guys with this animal card, it could apply literally, but how I'm picking it up is like, it's very empathic. So it's like, be gentle with yourself as you're kind of waiting. Some of you guys could be waiting for a literal message when it comes to your career, or an application for like a program or something. This one's kind of like, this person's being very active. So maybe you're going through different phases where it's like you're actively working and putting things out there, and then you're waiting. And then you're actively putting things out there, or you're sowing a lot of seeds. To me, this is a card of sowing seeds. Because to get to the 3 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, you have to make some major decisions, and you have to have passion. And I feel like your environment, something about your environment, it could be the animals in your space, the people around you. It's kind of like, nurture yourself to feel good in these moments of transition. But the beautiful thing is about the 3 of Wands is that you're already prepared. So if you're in this place where you might feel like you're going round and round, or like with aquamarine, this crystal might be a crystal you want to work with, but this one says divine life purpose. So maybe some of you guys needed to hear that you're on the track with your life purpose. It may not feel like it, because with the 3 of Wands, it talks about waiting for an opportunity. And it's like, sometimes we see people, we're like, man, they're so lucky. How'd they get to this environment? How'd they have all these things? But we don't realize that they got to that place because of the work. It's kind of like luck is like meeting the right opportunity. So keep doing what you're doing. Like, to me, this is a really nice balance of like hustling or putting in that work and then resting and being prepared. So it's not like go, go, go. It's still very like purpose driven. So with this aquamarine, it says, trust the signs and your inner guidance, which are leading you to inner fulfillment. So the beautiful thing is 3 and 3 is 6, and you guys got the 6 of Wands. So you literally have like preparation, basically being prepared and being on your shit, and also repetition. So if you're in an industry, and like to me, this is definitely coming off as entrepreneur, So for some of you guys, it could be working with animals. Some of you guys, it could be working with children, because we have this Leo energy with, now you have the 6 of Wands. So you have the 3 equals the 6. So the divine wants you to know you guys are literally going, like, you're creating it. Like this group, you guys are creating, we're all creating our reality, but you guys are consciously creating your reality. With the Leo energy, see how she's like on top? And there's also an animal. See that same bird? That same bird she's sending out is sitting right there. So it's like everything that you're putting out, group 2, you need to know. Like this is just like a confirmation, because you probably already know. Group 2, everything that you are doing is going to come back to you, and you're going to make an influence. Like I'm seeing you guys, like even if it is something, whatever your business is, or whatever you're wanting to do, it has to involve like some form of empathy. So it could be children, animals, it could be other people. You are an example for others. So this is really good to protect your energy. With this aquamarine, I'm just feeling like you guys, this is when you slow down and you're in those periods where maybe you don't have clients, or maybe you're waiting on something. There's like a lot of waiting, a lot of like highs, and then like, and I definitely can resonate with that. And it's interesting because with the 6 of Wands, this is talking about a win professionally. Like you guys are going to have a win. And I feel like I never really say that specifically for this card, but group 2, if you chose this, and I talk with my hands a lot, y'all are in for a win. That's what you need to know. Y'all are in for a win. And the thing is, a lot of times that journey can feel very lonely, because you see how this person's up at the top and these people are down below. But I'm feeling like with this bird, watch out for messages, watch out for emails as well. You could be receiving something like that. But I actually want to pull another one for group 2 and just pull a clarifier for your career. Can you give me a clarifier for group 2? I'm feeling like the type of work that you guys do is going to inspire people to do it for themselves. And it's almost like it's somehow in alignment with your purpose. So the job itself or the career path itself is kind of irrelevant to the underlying reason for it. And there's some things, like it's going to bring extra blessings that you're not even aware about. And it's interesting because it said look out for the signs and synchronicities. And we talked about empathy. So some of you guys could be like this high priestess where if you look closely, her eyes are closed, but the top of her lids have eyes on it. This is like getting direct messages from the divine, like knowing the right place, like knowing when to be active, knowing when to be passive, knowing when to put in that work, knowing when to receive. It's a very nice ebb and flow, and this is Piscean energy. Pisces is the most psychic sign. So you could be a Pisces, you could be dealing with the Pisces, but it's almost like somehow your career is connected to your intuition. It's connected to your environment. It's like, so the advice that the card that I did pull is the 4 of Pentacles. So some of you guys, this 4 of Pentacles, she's holding on to her purse because she's like, I don't know how I'm going to make it. I don't know how I'm going to make this happen. And it's not so much about the practical in that sense. It's about knowing when to pull back and knowing when to it's almost like you already know the big vision of where you want to go. And right now, the major focus is this 3 of Wands. It's coming in, guys. It's coming in. That's why you got a double confirmation. You've already done your part. You've already sent it out. So it's almost like this is about being, whenever I say the 4 of Pentacles, it's not about being it's not about being cheap, but it's about being responsible financially. So the advice for you guys, I'm going to keep it real, is being responsible financially and tuning into your spirituality, tuning into your faith system. What's your faith system? How are you building? How are you feeding that faith? And how I say sometimes is that sometimes it could be hard to feed the faith when we've been waiting for a long time. But the beauty is that our rituals can support our faith, the things that we're doing. So if we're going hard 24/8, it's going to feel exhausting, group 2. It's going to feel like, when is it going to happen for me? So instead of that, that's why I think the support animals came up. But just like your environment, your home, how you live, like even if you don't have that much, just like decorate your house, or you could go on Pinterest, or it's almost like tapping into your faith. Other areas of your life is going to help you. But the thing is you're already going to the 6. It's promised. It's promised. So this is definitely going to pay off, not only just financially, but you're going to be in a place where people look up to you and they're going to be like, how did you do it? So right now you're building your how did you do it story. Be proud of that. Maybe some of you guys I'm picking up might be writers and things like that. Share your stripes, share your story, because people look up to you. Even the ones you might not even be aware of how many people look up to you. I'm just feeling like icon vibes. It's like, and it might be very unique because I'm not getting a specific career for you guys, but it's almost like trust in that. Trust in divine timing. Trust in your rituals. What are your rituals that you're doing? What's your success story? It's like rags to riches is what I'm seeing, but you're prepared. So people might be like, oh, she or here, they got it because such and such. It's like, no, they got it because they were prepared. So group 2, this is just some encouragement. Keep going, and don't bring yourself out is what I'm hearing. Don't bring yourself out. You might want to work with some aquamarine or any blue throat chakra crystals and communicating with your guides with the high priestess. And I'm sending you so much love. If you'd like to book a personal reading and kind of tap into specifically for you, all of my information is in the bio or the link down below, depending on where you're watching this. And also, if you'd like to support me, you can buy me a girl a coffee. I appreciate all the donations. I do have a donation goal, and that supports me from getting new decks and lighting and stands and all that stuff. So I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to support me, I think we're on group 3 now. Okay, so I haven't seen the cards, but group 3, let's take a look at what's coming on for you guys career-wise. So the crystal for you, we have Appetite. We got 2 crystal cards. We got Tiger's Eye. Whenever I see Tiger's Eye, it's talking about self-confidence. We got Scorpio energy. We got Cancer energy, and we got Sagittarius. Ooh, group 3. Group 3 with this Judgment card is just sticking out so much to me. You see how this hand of God is literally like, looks like it's pouring down fire on this person, but it's actually, it's like a rebirthing process. It's like the phoenix, right? Some of you guys may not look like what you've been through because you guys literally came out as light and love. And I'm not saying that you have to be a light worker or identify as one, but I would say that you're genuinely, like, when I say genuinely, I'm talking about like who you were as a child, like your natural nature was like you're a very optimistic person, or maybe at one point you considered yourself to be a very optimistic person. And I feel like the trials and tribulations of this life could have got you into a place for some of you where it's like part of your purpose is to heal people and to help people overcome their trials and tribulations. Now, this may not even resonate with career because I'm seeing a lot of family vibes. I'm seeing like a lot of like what you guys are manifesting as far as your purpose could be to actually have a family with a 10 of cups, or to create something where it feels like a family dynamic. But with this Judgment card, then we have the Tiger's Eye with self-confidence, and it says through God confidence. Believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. Now look at this, God's hand working through you. Also, I just picked up generational curses, generational, like moving through generational paradigms. Like you guys right here are the healer group. Now, you could be a lawyer, you could be a hairstylist, you could be a banker, you could work at McDonald's. This group is very in touch with how they feel, and it's almost like some of you guys in the past could have felt like you were very optimistic, and then life hit and you're like, why would God do this to me? Why would I have to go through these challenges? Like, why me? Why am I the one in my family that has to do all this stuff? Why does the weight feel like it's on my shoulders? And with this Appetite crystal, it says progress, not perfection. It could feel like you've done so much effort to stay in a certain place emotionally that it has been very, very heavy. And some of you guys could have struggled with your confidence. But this says don't compare yourself to others or judge yourself with the freaking Judgment card, guys, or judge yourself. Instead, focus upon how far you've come and all you've learned. Literally. So some of you guys could be like, I'm not that optimistic. But so for some of you guys could have been like, oh, I used to be when I was a kid, before life hit, or before this happened to me. Or some of you guys, it could be this is where the divine wanting to go, to love and light, because you guys have done a lot of shadow work. You guys have done a lot of healing work, and healing work ain't for, I would say it ain't for the weak. I'm not going to say that. That's kind of messed up. But it ain't for everybody, okay? Because you're literally pulling weeds. So what the divine wants you to know, group 3, And 3 is all about creation. So it's all about creative expression. It's almost like, how can you creatively express the version of yourself that you've been through? Because it's almost as if part of your purpose is to transform like a phoenix. So instead of like, oh, I went through all these trials, and it's almost like reframing creatively how you identify yourself. So for some of you guys, it's like, well, when I have my family, it's going to be this dynamic. When I create my business, it's going to be like this. But I'm seeing that, like, I'm not seeing like a lot of money cards at all, but I'm seeing it more so a lifestyle, a sense of peace. Like, what you guys are manifesting is, it's almost like maybe you're contracting opportunities that take off, especially with this 8 of Wands, which is like quick forward movement, Sag energy. Like, you guys are, once your confidence catches up to your intentions, you're going to take off like that, group 3. This is taking off. But the thing is that don't rush it, because it's almost like when you try to make things happen quickly, that's why you have this progress, not perfection. When you can actually look at yourself right now and say, if nothing else changed, wow, I did this. I overcame this. I done been through the fire. Wow, I'm not like the fam. Maybe for some of you guys, you've overcome lots of things at your family, some of the shortcomings from your family. And it's like, if you can feel good right now, group 3, with how you look and how you talk and who you are, it's almost like a need to embrace your authenticity. Whatever that is for you, how you talk, what you believe in. It's not about this perfection, but it's not about like maybe how people say this is what it should be. Maybe you don't care as much about the career is important to you, but how you feel is always like, okay, well, how I look. Like, maybe one of your goals is to be physically in a place where you're like, wow, this to me is success, because we're talking about career, but we're also talking about success. So for some of you, you could come from a family that maybe wasn't the healthiest, or there's a lot of themes with family are coming up, and a lot of themes with confidence. And the thing is, you don't want to look, it's like, some people are like, oh, I want to look skinny, or oh, I want to look fit. But it's like, do you want to feel fit? Do you want to feel good about yourself? Like, how do you want to feel, group 3? Like, this is like, it's almost like when you're not trying as hard, it takes off. So that it is going to be whatever that is for you, because you are being supported. I think that the divine wants you to reframe the shame of the past or the things that you went through as punishment, to actually reframing it to actually moving you forward in this life. You guys are meant to be confident. You guys, and it's not about a size. It's like you guys are meant to rock this. You guys are meant to just embrace the here and now, and that's what takes you to the future. That's what takes you to the future that you actually want. And you guys are healers. You need to heal. Now, y'all need to hear that you are healers. For real. And it doesn't mean you have to do Reiki and you even have to know what crystals are or do sound bowl healing. It's just like when people look at you, they feel your vibration. And that could attract an opportunity that takes off. But there's something about who you are naturally, authentically, how you wear your hair, your body, like how you feel about yourself is what makes it take off. So sometimes it's almost like I'm just picking up on detaching from paradigms that say that success looks a certain way and that success is a certain dollar amount. Success is you. You are success. And as you embrace that, it'll take off for you, group 3. So group 3, if this video resonated with you, please hit like, share, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, all my information is either down below or the link in the bio, or, which I forgot to say in group 2, if you'd like to join my moon group, this is a way where you can personally connect with me. I share some of my stories. I help you guys with the moon. It's like how we stay in tune with the energy and how a lot of people in my moon group are manifesting like so way to do that. Or if you'd like to support me, you can buy me a coffee, and I'll see you guys in the next video. We made it to group 4, y'all. Okay, so this is a career reading. Now take it how it resonates. Some stuff will be like, yep, that's me, and some stuff may not. So just take it easy, okay? So I'm definitely picking up on Sagittarius vibes with the travel card. Some of you guys could be literally, this is a business group. I'm already picking it up. And your crystal is, you have dolomite. So you might want to get this crystal, work with this crystal. And always say, if you don't have access to this crystal specifically, you could get a crystal that's the same color as dolomite, which this one's looking pink. I've never personally worked with it, but this one is supporting your faith. We got the money queen. This is the money group. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, to me, this is like very much on the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn vibe, but it's the feminine energy of it. So to me, it's more about, it's receiving. And every time I see the Queen of Pentacles, this is about being comfortable in your desires. Is she comfortable? And she got a rabbit next to her. Anytime I see rabbit, I always think about good luck. And I think about some people, I've realized some people really struggle with that word luck because they're like, oh, well, I'm blessed. And it's like, group 4, y'all is lucky, okay? This lucky opportunities are meant to come in for you. And the word luck and the word blessed, to me, there's no difference. So it's embracing it. I just feel like the need to say that. There's also a carrot in the bunny's mouth, which gives me like the energy of a harvest when I think about a garden. This is definitely, I'm picking up on Capricorn energy as well. And then we have the 9 of Swords, which can talk about a lot of anxiety. And we have the Hermit. And you see how she's closing her social media? This is Virgo energy. So we got Virgo and Capricorn hella strong. But what I'm picking up here is that maybe some of you guys really doubt your ability to manifest your professional life. Like, y'all are hustlers, especially with Virgo. Like, to me, Virgo is mutable earth. So when I think about mutable earth, nobody wants to think about the ground moving, okay? No one wants to think about the ground moving from under them. But what I'm seeing is that it could be a current situation that you're growing through, or it could have been a past situation. But it's almost as if, when I think about the Hermit, she looks exhausted in this reading. But she's got a star around her neck. And if you look, the star around her neck is giving me the star vibes from the Aquarius card. And the Pentacle has a star too, which I never really paid too much attention to. So it's almost like maybe some of you guys got big goals. Like, this is the big goal group. Some of you guys might want to travel and reach a lot of people with what you're doing. And it's almost like there might be these times where you're like, this is what I want to do. I'm a queen, I'm a king, I'm gonna get on my shit. Like, this is that group where you're like, okay, this is what I'm currently doing. Maybe it's not something that you're trying to manifest. Like, maybe you're already, I'm getting the feeling that some of you guys are already active in your pursuit of what you want. And it's just not feeling like it's paying off. And there's a lot of comparison here. For this group, I'm really feeling like social media could be kind of a trap sometimes, because she's closing her laptop here, trying not to look at something. And then there's anxiety here. Now, this could be, for some of you guys, it could be in regards to how much people are making, like, oh, she's making money. Oh, or he's making money, or I'm not making as much, or I want this and that person has that. But it's kind of like the divine wants you to hit the reset button. Turn it off, because sometimes when we compare ourselves, we don't know their bank account. I don't care how many followers you have or don't have, group 4. You don't know what is in someone else's bank account. You don't know somebody what debt they owe. And the thing is, it's not just about money. I need to tell you that. It's not just about money. It's about experience. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, what does success mean to you outside of just the coin? Because right here, it looks like some mental health stuff. Like, you could have a moon in Virgo. You could have a Mars in Virgo, or heavy Virgo placements. I'm just picking up. But it's like, prioritize how you want to feel, and feel like abundant, feel rich, feel wealthy, feel peaceful. And I feel like it's going to somehow translate. Money is not going to solve that. Money is not just going to bring this magical situation where it solves everything. So what I'm seeing is, with this dolomite, if you can stay strong in your faith, continue on your craft. Like, so you might be doing something where you're blogging. I'm definitely picking up on a lot of writing, a lot of outreach, being in a place where you can be mobile. So definitely entrepreneur, but you don't have to be. But whatever that is for you, it's almost like there's a money block here, because it's almost like some of you guys could be using your financial position, your followers on Instagram, your clout, as an excuse to not be peaceful, and you're waiting until you get that certain dollar amount. And the divine is saying your bank account is not going to change the levels of anxieties about whatever those things are. So kind of working with those things and increasing your faith. And I know when people say increase your faith, it annoys the shit out of me, because it's like, do you know what I've done Do you know how much I've sacrificed? So I've been kind of telling people what's worked for me, and instead of saying increase my faith, which it is what I'm doing, the way you word things can also change your perspective. Is I say feed your rituals. What rituals do you do? For some of you guys, there needs to be a little bit more self-care rituals added into this. You can't. That's Capricorn energy, and I got a Capricorn moon, so I ain't judging, okay? But it's like sometimes we'll work, because we're like, I believe in this, I have the faith, and then we burn out. And this is the burnout card. These are some burnout images right here. So it's kind of like, don't age yourself. Don't prematurely age yourself. Grace yourself. Some of you guys, it's like the food that you eat can make you feel abundant. Just go find a restaurant or something like that. It's like kind of like don't wait your whole life to enjoy your life. I do see it coming in group 4, but it's going to come in divine timing. So I'm definitely seeing you being in a financial position that's very high where you'll be able to be mobile. You'll be able to work for yourself. You're meant to work for yourself completely. But right now you're doing this balance with prioritizing your self-care, with prioritizing what is your emotional and mental diet, your spiritual diet. What are you watching? What are you literally eating? Those things are going to play a role. And so group 4, this is a little heavy, but I'm actually going to pull a clarifier for you guys. You know, if you can do those things, where are you headed? Because I know this was a little heavy. I pulled a clarifier, I think, for group 2. 6 of Pentacles, guys. This is Libra energy. Look how this person has enough to give to others. He's giving them this cake. This cake, let him eat the cake. No, I'm just kidding. But this is literally being in a position to help others. So wherever you are, I'm seeing like maybe that's you traveling to help other people, but you're definitely going to be in a money situation that's balanced. And what were we talking about? It's not just about the money, it's about the mental health. So I'm seeing that where you're going is going to grow gradually over time, but it's going to grow to a place where it's like leadership quality or this entrepreneurial quality about you that is going to be able to help others. But it's almost like you're not just meant to help people financially. You're meant to help people mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So it's almost like with the 2 of Wands, decide that for yourself. Don't get stuck on what you see or what you don't see. Something about your eyes. Just be mindful. Like, I don't watch everything. Like, y'all, I used to love me some Sex in the City. Okay, I'm a girl, 90s baby. I love me some Sex in the City. But when I was watching it every day, I was really, really getting depressed about the relationship with Mr. Big. That pissed me off. Okay, so for those of you who watch, that pissed me off at some times, and it really affected my productivity. And then I was like, I don't want to look online. I don't want to look at TV. And it was like this, I had to do so much to get back into balance. So it's, for some of you guys, it could just be the TV that you're watching. And then that one shift is like, whoa, because the divine is not going to give you a bigger burden. So if you feel like you're stuck in between, it's because there's just a need to kind of shift what you're focusing on. Simple law of attraction stuff. So if this video resonated with you and you're like, hey, can we dive deeper into that? You can book a personal reading with me. The information will either be down below or the link in the bio, depending on which platform you're watching. And if you'd like to support me, you can like, share, comment, subscribe, buy me a coffee. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. And thank you so much. Just keep the faith, feed the rituals, and watch your emotional diet, group 4, and watch you literally soar with this card, literally with the travel. Watch your career take off and soar, and you be in a financial position to give back to the community.